marksman, ain't ya? I think my heart's in danger. Made me feel like I was safe and sound, and switched up and switched off the safety. How you playing? How you playing? Oh, yeah. Oh, feels like you've been using me for target practice. You drew blood, caught in a bullseye. Repeat shots in the fire line. Feels like you've been using me for target practice. Call me sensitive when I cry, but you don't miss a single time. Feels like you've been using me. You say that I'm mistaken, but all the shots you've taken, all the pain was in my head somehow. They're blanks as you claim, getting desperate now, 'cause I found out. Oh, yeah. Oh, feels like you've been using me for target practice. You drew blood, caught in a bullseye. Repeat shots in the fire line. Feels like you've been using me for target practice. Call me sensitive when I cry, but you don't miss a single time. Feels like you've been using me. Feels like you've been using me. Using me. Using me. You said, I think I'll give you a shot. I should have taken it literally. You said, I think I'll give you a shot, but your pistol was concealed from me. I should've known that you'd be using me, using me. Now I see that you, baby, you've been using me for target practice. And you better know I ain't gonna have it. No, 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 no. I'm about to throw you do more damage. Oh, 'cause it ain't for target practice. No, it ain't for target practice. You've been using me for target practice. And you better know I ain't gonna have it. No, no. I'm about to throw you do more damage. Oh, 'cause it ain't for target practice. No, it ain't for target practice.
Drinking at the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Don't worry, that's a motto, so we keep moving along. Driving down to Cabo in the sunburned Eldorado. Don't worry, that's a motto, so we keep moving along. So we keep moving along. So we keep moving along. Drinking at the bottle, not thinking about tomorrow. Don't worry, that's a motto, so we keep moving along. Driving down to Cabo in the sunburned Eldorado. Don't worry, that's a motto, so we keep moving along. got too much on my mind. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. Girl, I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind these days. Still be dealing with your mood swings. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my plate. You just wanna know, child. I just need some time space. I just need another day. Need to find another way. Girl, I used to play some sports, but I'm sick of all the guys. Now I don't care about your plans. Girl, I'm sorry, I just can't. I'm just doing what I can. It's big about it, like your chance on your mind. I got too much on my mind these days. Still be dealing with your mood swings. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. One night, one drink, one dance, now it's one fight. Last shot, last chance, and I'm alright. I don't need your ass. Keep on playing games and I'ma leave your ass. Hey, I'm falling off without you when I'm off the AO. I don't think about you. I can't do the fake love, my heart don't know how to. You just make me hate myself when I'm around you. These ain't growing pains, you just act the same. I can't take this change, baby, please. Girl, I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind these days. Still be dealing with your mood swings. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. I got too much on my mind. So I beg you, baby, please, no games. Well, I got too much on my mind. Girl, I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind. I got too much on my mind.
Ooh, that sugar sweet, you got what I need. Sipping on the potion, all that good emotion, just my kind of heat. Keep it on repeat, tested by the motion, loving this devotion. Live it up, live it up, live it up, sweet emotion. Every time, every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up, switch it up, switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time, taking control of my life. I want to run the red lights, I've got to run this show. You always take me so high, you always make the highlights. I love the way we vibe out, you're like a centerfold. Ooh, that sugar see with you. I'd be better with another, but I always pick you. I try my best to fight it, can't deny it. Touches diamonds, and you're probably the reason that I'm so messed up too. I can't stop it, it's ugly, but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Could count the ways you drive me so insane, but when you call, I still fall back into your game. Play the game, play the game. Wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time, but someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it. But your heart's not with them. Tearing up the thought of all the pieces missing. And I try to know better, to know it's worse. I swear I'm cursed, cause I know you're bad for me, but it makes no difference. No, no, I can't stop it, it's ugly, but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time, but someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I try to know better, to know it's worse. I swear I'm cursed, cause I know you're bad for me, but it makes no difference. No, no, I can't stop it, it's ugly, but honest. Got me tripping for the way you say my name, say my name, say my name. Wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time, but someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it. 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 Someday my prince will come, but if this ain't love, then cover me in colors I can only see with you. Better with another, but I always pick you. Calling I count the ways you drive me so insane, but when you call, I still fall back into your game. No, no, wrong can still be right. People wanna tell me all the time, but someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it. I don't want it. Someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it. I don't want it. Someday my prince will come. But if this ain't love, then I don't want it.
Regain my senses, had enough, I'm getting out of here. I make my way back wearing nothing but my underwear. Paid my dues, blacking out, can feel my face again. Yet I'm back for more because you know I can't abstain. I'm still alive. It's a hell of a feeling though. We're out of time. Prepare yourself for what's to come. I could threaten with a good time. I could promise you some ecstasy. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know anymore.
Well, hello everyone. I think that's a wonderful way to introduce ourselves. Hello, welcome to the Goose House Monthly Skirmish. It's been a little while, but we're very happy to be back and actually really excited to see just how the team's been getting on today and who will come out on top. My name is Connie, with you all, of course, joined by the wonderful Daniel, a pairing of which in Valorant that really has the time. But at the same token of gratitude, Dan, a new background for you. My word, you really have blown up since Student Champs Grand Finals.
Yeah, it definitely has. And Connie, today, like you said, it's the monthly skirmish. We have two teams that have gotten through. There were originally 8, and we're getting to the point now where it's the finals. It's the best of one.
I only heard the last word you said there, Daniel.
Yeah, see, you also cut
what
out for
happened
me,
to you?
So you also cut out for me. So I was just going off what I thought.
We were muted by the higher forces. That's not
Oh,
fair,
I love
especially.
that. That's so
just,
much fun.
Just to recap in general, it is, of course, the Goose House Monthly Skirmish. I'm Connie, this is Daniel. Daniel, are you excited overall for the event today?
Yeah, I'm very excited. Great that this is back. We have 8 teams that have played. We're now down to the final 2.
Lovely.
It's like they have been best of ones, and this will also be a best of one, but that doesn't detract from the caliber of the teams.
And in terms of the teams today, Daniel, have you had a good look to see what kind of standouts are we expecting across either side of the pond?
Yeah, so on one of the teams, Connie, there is currently a top 200 Radiant player, and that for a skirmish, for something that isn't meant to be all that serious, it is going to be the difference of night and day for the team that has that player on, and it's going to be a lot of work for the opposing team.
I think the lateral comparison would be letting your dad play for you in your kid's sports day. I think that's quite a brutal way to enter yourselves into a Valorant competition. But nonetheless, I mean, hey, if it's a bit of fun, it's a bit of fun. I think the more interesting concepts that do get alluded to throughout lots of the season this year in Valorant is more or less, I mean, what's the competitive elements here between the two sides? I mean, of course, the ranks range from, of course, that top 100 Radiant all the way over to Ascendant. It's quite a nice mix of the bunch there, but I kind of enjoy these matchups where you are mixing up the ranks so much that the skill, the deficit can be greatly reduced across all fronts.
Yeah, and we will be getting into games shortly, Connie. It's just we have a little bit of time to fill. So
good, right? Okay, let's start. What do you want to talk about, man? I know we haven't.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've spoke.
Yeah, it's been like a couple of weeks. Me and you were literally sat in a nest for about 3 or 4 hours. The Valorant servers themselves went down as well, so we played an extra couple hours. Me and Dan
as if the tech issues follow us.
We smashed about 7 litres of water that day as well. I mean, Connie confirmed 19 toilet breaks. Dan was on a humble 5, which is very impressive to think about. But yeah, I think it's different story back then. This one now is actually going to be a similar sort of tone and tempo. We hope everyone at home enjoys what we have to offer nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly that. And Connie, I think not to speed everything up because we don't quite know when we're going into the game yet, but we have, during these tech issues before the stream went live, we have had the veto done, so we know the map that it's going to be. And I wonder how the teams are gonna, how the team's dynamic is gonna change, because I don't think they've played Icebox yet, which will be the map. And so, you know, it's going to be interesting. We have just been told that we will be live very, very soon. And like I said, Icebox will be the map.
Okay, there's nothing really more to add in terms of like deeper meaning and, you know, subsurface context. The biggest thing that stands out to me, again, which you mentioned, is that neither team has played it. So, and then across all fronts of stats and technicality, this actually is going to be a blind count for both sides. But more or less an exciting turnout nonetheless. And already we kind of get a good idea as to what should be expected. I mean, Yankeeor have already locked in a few agents here, Dan, but Team Saber are just taking their time and testing what competitions might look best.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, hey, it like we keep saying, it is a skirmish, so they are just playing purely for fun, purely to just have a little bit of a laugh as a community. And I think that's one of the major benefits of the Goose House. Don't you feel it like we do events like this that are low stakes but allow for players within the community to just be able to meet each other and play a few games.
I think that's some of the more interesting things, though, that do, like, set the table quite nicely. And it's just more of the fact of, like, this is for fun. This is a tournament setting. But, you know, you really can just play with your friends and just enjoy your time in the server rather than take it to a serious point where you do feel like you're spending so much mental energy. This is more or less just a fun day out, a family day out for all 5 of these players across both teams. But the compositions, nonetheless, are actually very interesting to sort of dissect here, Daniel. We're not really seeing a mirror so much, but what you really can pick apart here from both sides is that maybe comfort could be the main option here for both teams.
Yeah, comfort's definitely going to be the word or the flavor of this match, purely because like you don't really want to be trying your hardest in a casual environment. You just want to be playing to enjoy yourself. You've managed to get to this stage, and it like at the end of the day, Connie, win or lose, we're just here to see good Valorant.
We are. So let's just brush upon our commentary, shall we, Daniel? Let's just actually, I don't know, get some reps in, if you will. If we're going to enjoy this one, and again, shout out to Goose House for putting this tournament on. Another great skirmish, and 2 teams now in the final, battling it out for whatever prize may lead them to victory. Let's just enjoy it. I mean, there's a nice little kickback in this time as well, where we can assess the compositions and we can kind of get a good feel for which team off the rip in the pistol round will go for more of the physical approach.
Yeah, and Connie, I hate to throw you into the deep end like this, but when my first time on the Goose House, I was told there's a ritual by a particular food item of the vegetable kind that you have to do a goose honk of some kind on your initiation into the Goose House.
A goose
broadcast.
honk? What kind of?
Yeah, you
Can I have some context?
make you have to make like a goose sound.
They don't go honk, they go quack. So you just go, it is free for the soundbite on Twitter. You ready? Quack, quack, quack. There you go. There you go. There's my initiation done. Can we move on now, please, Daniel? What's forgotten and left in the dust?
Hey, someone's definitely going to clip that, and that is going to be on Twitter. So
Good, good. Put it on there now and tag us in it, and you might stand a chance of winning a voiceover free session from me, and I can voice any sort of bird of prey you want. Could be an eagle, it could be a falcon. A duck isn't really my strongest suit, but a penguin definitely is, and that's why Icebox is so fitting.
I've personally never heard your penguin, but I'll take your word. Yeah,
it's not really a sound; it's more of a movement. I waddle quite a lot. You see me walk in person. You know, it just tends to fit the MO better than most other birds of prey,
but you don't have your hands at your sides with your hands pointing out. Like it's not that much of a waddle.
Did you hear about my Halloween costume in 2023? I actually went as a penguin. Fun fact. And the costume ripped because I fell over and stacked it on the front door. So we had to turn it into a dress in the end. So yeah, my ability to run many roles, it goes without saying, is very impressive. But nonetheless, here we are. First round, little bye phase. Let's see what's cooking up. Yeah,
we have Team Yankee starting on the attack. Their comp, it is a pretty aggressive comp. Icebox typically though, Connie, for the A site at least, a very defense-sided map. So, not really much to read into though. It's just sort of standard comps. You have the key role of the Viper on both teams with a little bit of exchange up with their Sentinels. Killjoy is the standard for the map. But again, just playing comfort, you want to ensure that you're feeling a vibe, because at the end of the day, the vibe is going to be what carries your team.
Oh, yes.
And if you're comfortable, if you're confident, if you're having fun, then that's all we can ask.
I think what is impressive, though, is that Team Saber have got a nice little cushion here, picking D on the first portion, or even being given D in the first portion, and that really just lies to the fact that you can gain a comfortable advantage and a composition here at hand with the controllers and duelists necessary, that Jet and that Viper. I mean, the spacing in between is going to be so perfect. They can really play tight-knit setups. They can punish Team Yankee, or if they were to breach onto A. So I'm really impressed, nonetheless, that we can potentially see or predict into the looking glass what might happen.
Yeah, and just alone at how the defense side of Team Saber is starting, it's a lot of aggression over toward A, isn't it, Connie? Typically on Icebox for defense, we don't see nearly as much aggression, and assuming based on how they're currently positioned, if once the barriers drop, if they do decide to just go for a push, take as much A main space as possible and get the info that way, well then that's even better for them, because the stack of Team Yankee, they're going over toward B.
And again, there's no one to greet home other than, of course, that Killjoy just sitting put on B, keeping the anchor there. And neither line of sight is really compromised just yet. The now drone's used, but scans nothing. So we will potentially hear that
Revealing
being
area.
collected, but really the execute's nicely done. It's a quick fashion, and Team Saber again a really limited view with that toxic screen coming up. So the setup again can make 5 players burst into sight freely, some shots to clear, some spam shots as well to maybe get some chip damage away. When the spike goes down, that's when
Spike
really
planted.
starts.
Yeah, Spike has gone down now, even in numbers after Cherry gets that pick on it. But look at where the flood's coming in. With the side of Team Yankee, they're holding on to this yellow position, ensuring that the players of Saber can't take it. But with Wingman on the Spike, you're going to have to force wings.
4v3. Yankee have got some good angles here. I mean, listen, Saber's got a limited range of motion for defense. The knife as well is a great stall. That completely froze the push and gets 3 collected kills. I mean, listen, that knife there was the initiation point to wipe out the remaining 3 players on Team Saber.
Yeah, pistol round picked up for Team Yankee being that offense. Connie, and again, it's just going to be going through the motions of the starting few rounds. You win that pistol, you force up into round 2, and then potentially you try your best to snowball, and that's exactly what they're hoping to do, having a Guardian, having a Bulldog. Yes, you do have a Sheriff on the side of Alec, but with those Headhunter shots, that's basically another rifle if you're hitting them.
The rifles, again, are actually going to be spent a little bit more on Nankyur's side in the purchase itself. Not really playing for the physical game, but nonetheless, the power and weaponry will definitely give advantage. And a great line there as Chili draws that first blood. Second could have been handed to him on a plate, but simply put, I'm not sure why Alec's still swinging this one. Shock darts as well, completely missed. Yankee are already down a player. Not a good start, but Team Saber now is still kind of plying the options here, seeing where the spike might land.
And speaking of the spike, it is just pushed all the way deep in toward jail here, Connie. So the side of Team Yankee, they are still hoping to end over toward this A site, as we can see all the players regrouping. Viper Wall does get used as well, so that's the information gathered. Only player with a gun being the Jet over toward Rafter, and a little bit of a duel has Cam coming out on top. Even numbers once again, and the spike should be going down pretty safely.
Team Saber are taking this as well from the north side of the map, right beyond the connector, and no one's taking heaven. So this really is going to be all gunfights here on the bottom portion, but it's not a problem for Yankee. Seems to be a nice little 2-1 trade there, and even Alec is adding more insurance to their claim, and 2-0 to start things off for Team Yankee is a wonderful position to be in, albeit that Team Saber, again, were really stuck to the point there and getting that first blood.
Exactly that, and just again though, Connie, in terms of ult economy, like you're getting those orbs on early for your Jet of No Chili, pretty even across the whole of Team Saber. But in terms of Team Yankee, Cam with 4 already, Novelty with 5, the Viper's Pit's the most expensive ult in this lobby, and to be almost or just about halfway to it after 2 rounds, it's going to be a really powerful piece of kit if you can get it online really early. Chili, though, going for an aggressive push, fortunately doesn't quite win it, and that's a Vandal now given over to Team Yankee.
Top screen as well, and a leer right on Cherry's face. Well placed as Yankee just adds a little bit more to the engine, if you will. And that right there is how you collapse and make it a 1v5.
Yeah, Benny now left all alone. Connie to be able to try and do his best. I don't quite think he'll go for this, purely because you want to be keeping that rifle up. And yeah, instead just trying to opt to hold in toward kitchen, use his util to hold down the angles. Knife won't spot, but unfortunately Cam does end up getting the kill right at the end. No guns saved. Bonus round 1 for Team Yankee.
So now we have to really start setting the scene here. 3-0 to Team Yankee, they've got full control of the economy. They're actually only spending where they need to. I think Novelty there has just been encouraged to purchase a Vandal for this round to make it that full set, you know. The arsenal is really in their hands. And Saber, again, have been spending every single round. So that already is alluding to a little bit, Daniel, that the behavior isn't really set to a discipline level. It's more or less that now that Yankee have got full control on 3 rounds, we have to buy and we have to try and match them pace for pace.
Yeah, but the 2 guns here in this round, Connie, that you're to look out for are what was on your screen there of Benny with that Stinger, and Nomi on that Gecko being in toward such close angles of Maze. with a Bucky having Chili being able to bait for him. The position has been noted, but he hasn't been spotted yet himself.
Slow it down now for Yankior. Flash was timed perfect, and Gomi can't quite finish the kill, but enough damage there to get the HP down to a minimal. Our drone's thrown out as well. Chili's got a line on 2 pixels, but can't quite land the connection on the Classic. And Alec as well is nowhere near the party. Playing a deep lurk here. Has audio cues behind him though. And this really is where you can time this well. Get a free kill if you must. But listen, the pressure here now sets up a wonderful disposition. An advancement towards B for Yankior.
Yeah, it's great. You have the lurk, and then with that getting the initial pick, drawing rotates, you now have an insider player of the KO being able to be another late round lurk. Spike has gone down. Advantage of Team Yankee, especially with their weaponry. It should almost be a round win.
Let the round play out as it must. At 4v3, one of 2 players in Yankee are very low HP. Nerve, though, has found a very punishing way to flank this one. But it doesn't really matter how much health Yankior have. They find the positions and just shoot them from the side. That's 4-0 Daniel, and thus far, no real look into the series for Team Saber.
No, but this is the round that's going to test them. You have look at their economy. No Chili's bought up that operator. We saw the opening pick they managed to get with a Marshall Connie over toward Fridge. That position should be checked. They are going into that same position once again. So the side of Team Yankee, they should be able to check this position before they swing, ensure that they can't give away a free pick. But ults, Yankior, they have the KO ultimate online if they want to go for a quick push into something. But instead, Connie, it just looks like their slow, methodical start as per every other round so far.
And no real urgency to use utility, which is a nice adjustment for Team Yankior. They realized the default here is that Chili loves to play high of an operator, or at least a marshal. So there's no point in throwing utility, giving away free information, but instead placing the dart where it needs to be done. And Alec there immediately removes the problem. The win condition for Saber's out the picture, operators on the floor, all while the remaining stack have actually aggressed towards B. Albeit Team Saber are playing the same stuff again. Just wait for that toxic screen, push through the layers, and then the Molotovs as well. Yankior has found a great position here, away from harms, but also they have no idea Team Saber where he is. And that could have been a huge impact, but thankfully Benji finds the necessary kill. A 4v3, 2 ultimates online for Yankior.
Yeah, and Alec once again trying to do the most for his team, get a potential luck. But look at the spike, Connie. It's already rotated out of B over toward A, and they've managed to time the rotates from the side of Team Saber absolutely perfectly. Only 1 player over toward the site, being that of the Sova. But Team Saber, they're going for a mid-round push out as well into mid. Yeah,
now the urgency kicks in for them to get over here. And that top screen's called in too, just to kind of separate any sort of information. But that's a great use as well. The Aldrone gets 1 on Heaven. Shock Dart misses, only to counter it. But the remaining players between Saber are actually starting to regroup now and support Cherry where need be. This could be a very easy crossfire to set up. Albeit now Alec was down to the lonesome in the 1v3. No conversion needed. Saber get their first in the round, have a thrash going into the next.
Yeah, the issue with that round, Connie, was that the side of Team Yankee, they just didn't speed up quick enough. After Alex saw those 2 players in toward mid, they should have just called to speed up on toward A. By the time they got onto site, they were delayed by mollies, they were delayed by util, and then it was 10 seconds left and the spike was down backside of Dice and you couldn't even get the plant down. Like you say, in terms of ultimates, you have the Thrash online for Team Saber, and Team Yankee, they have 4 themselves.
And they're already now 9 rounds away from securing £10 in Valorant points. That's today's grand prize here in the final of the monthly skirmish. Still, a lot of urgency from Nerve to utilise the null command straight away. And we can see already again the layers have no effect because Nerve is pretty much playing wall to wall, just about swings out of the way from that stray up shot. And Cherry's holding 1 tight angle here. Look at the X-ray and all of their players just behind this wall. It has no impact. Yankior again gets the kill, pushes out harm's way, keeps players alive. And bear in mind, Yankior started off with 4 ultimates. Now down to nearly 2. And they're relying again that Team Saber are set up in their usual positions. Because now we're seeing a huge cluster of Yankior players holding the low ground. Saber's reclaimed Cherry's spot here just to reinsure themselves that they do have the overarching angle up top. But will it be enough? Alec will spot after the smoke clears, but no. Benji wins it. Saber again is swinging onto a death trap, and it's enough there as well. But maybe Team Saber can find a way through. Benji, low HP, jumps right into Yankee's bullets.
And that's why Yankee is the team captain. Connie, with the Reina ult online, that recently buffed one to last the 4 rounds, manages to get 4 and also take the operator out of the hands of Team Saber. With their economy now back in the bin, they can't afford to buy up again. They're just going onto this eco, onto this lesser buy to be able to have just weaponry that can have some lethality if used in the correct positions. And Connie, they're still not adapting their plans. In terms of Team Saber, they're playing the Killjoy over toward B.
You want to play?
3 over toward A.
Play.
It hasn't been working nearly as effectively as they want. And you don't want to be playing 4 retake when you have these weaker weaponry. So exactly that, Team Saber, they pop the Blade Storm in hopes to get any form of damage done on this eco.
Flashbang.
Very punishing flash there. Benji's immediately down to low HP with a stinger. And fenced off again by one of the players, Molotov. Yankee have set themselves up here beautifully on B. But they have no real information unless in terms of Snowman and the connecting lane in the middle of the map. Saber have completely held fort on A because they've been punished for 4 rounds in the post plan over on that site. But equally again, Yankee have completely played this beautifully. Popped as well, a tour de force. Cleared long angles if he must. And Benji's just played with death here. Dodged 2 Molotovs in a row. No Chili is completely eliminated by Alec. And now, as the trades collapse, that 2-1 will make it a 4v3. Saber spamming the classic, no chance. Yankee all dismisses away. Makes it even easier to find the remaining players. Not if Cherry can use the Sheriff, get the Vandal in time, a 1v3. If you want to see Team Saber close the round, but no chance, as Alec there spots the angle, whilst Cherry was equipping the weapons. 6-1, quite a convincing start here for Team Yankee.
Yeah, and as well, just to mention in terms of economy here, Connie, in terms of Team Yankee, they are going to be having their economy is going to be so strong going into this second quarter of the first half, purely because they've won so many consecutive rounds that they're going to have a load of win bonuses. Not to mention similar kind of situation for Saber. Yes, they won that 1 round, so that would have stopped their loss bonus. But if they lose this next one, Connie, then their loss bonus is going to be at the maximum it can possibly be, which should still potentially allow for them to buy up certain weapons like Bulldogs and Guardians to be able to have some firepower into that following round. But they have 3 ults online if they want to play with them. This is their buy round again. Op online once more for no Chili. The side of Team Yankee, they should be expecting this because every opportunity Chili has had to have that op, they have bought it up. And it's just going to be a question of what ults they use to secure the round if they need them.
Well, last round again, it was Alec's set position that took care of Chili. And Chili's moved forward a little bit closer this time around, making the set default different and no chance for a read. That first blood there was well timed. Ducks out of harm's way, plays a beautiful angle here as well, just to make sure again that Yankee have got no option again to shoot over into heaven, which has been one of the biggest implications of them losing the rounds. But still, it's a lot of hesitation nonetheless that Yankee was seeing for this round, which Saber have actually capitalized well. Look at how far that Viper has been pushed up. And of course, it is the captain's armband taking this position. Wants to flank into spawn, create a pinch where it need be. But Yankee are actually aggressed the map now. So Saber have to rely solely on positions. Alec has to clear deep here. Ooh, shit damage was a bit too scary there for even more of a push through. Knows again that lives here are more important than kills themselves and retaining control of the map where it need be.
Yeah, and look at how deep Saber is. You mentioned it. So now the side of Team Saber, they know that they don't have to rotate. They just have to potentially worry for Alec because all of B is open. The strat that Yankee have been employing over them, late rotating in the round, 30 seconds left now, that's not going to be happening. They know the hit is coming in through A and the Thrash is being prematurely used to delay them even further. As much as Chili falls to Alec, as does Benji, and the lockdown gets broke, Alec's just getting 3 in the round, Connie, making advantage in favor. Can't quite get the next, but 10 seconds left. Toasted Fury gets popped, spots both players. But the spike has gone safely down, although it's now a 1v2 for Cam.
Cam finds 1. The only thing separating him is the toxic screen. And Cam has changed position. This could be a very wonderful read. And it could be an even easier time to convert. A 1v2 in the end, despite Alec's heroics. And Yankee saved themselves another round. Make it 7-1. Make it ultimates collected. But even more than that, look at the economy, Dan. It's flourishing for Team Yankeeor.
Exactly that. And like I mentioned, in terms of the loss bonus for Team Saber, they are going to be able to buy up some form of all-right weaponry. Yeah, it's not necessarily what you want, but Connie, we've seen how much damage Sheriffs and Outlaws can do in previous games. I'm sure with the firepower that is on Team Saber, they can do something similar. At best case now, they can only get 5 rounds on the half, but 5 might be all that they need, because we know that Icebox, historically, you can get a lot done on the attack, especially with the composition that Team Saber have.
Our drone is thrown. Saber are actually hiding a little bit better this time around. They've realized again that the tags are just too prevalent. Saber was playing with death there. Toxic Screen caught up just in the nick of time. But what does it do? Allows Yankeeor to aggress forward. But this time there's 2 extra players here positioned on B. And Saber's molly is well placed. It actually opens up 2 kills. And Yankeeor, well, how do you put it lightly? Fallen by the wayside. Collapsed. Combusted. In a 3v4 now, Yankeeor's got to swing and find the pixels. But it's not enough. Saber makes it even more punishing. A 2v4. Spike is in hand. A is completely open though, Dan.
And that's the site where the spike's going to be gone down, Connie. In a 2v4, the players from Team Yankeeor, they're going to try and have to play as aggressively as they possibly can. Yes, the Hunter's Fury is online as an optional host plan, but if you're not going to be, if you're solely relying on that to win the round, it's not going to be enough. And the side of Team Saber, they know that exactly. They're holding all the positions because they've realized how much Alec likes to push. Instead, it's Novality, though, on this high angle, spots the head, can't quite get the kill, does end up falling, and it's all down to Alec. Has 1v4'd before, is going to have to do it again in worse circumstances.
Well, there's no need to actually comment on that finish. Saber swings just in time. Alec, again, in a spot bobber. We're in a 1v3, 1vx situation. No real room to make a play. And now Saber have found themselves a round back. We're nearing the end of the half, though, Dan. So in terms of insurance policies, both teams are on equal weaponry. Economy's actually glittered to either side here with no real advantage established yet. But maybe the ultimate cycle might actually give us a good look into what could happen.
Yeah, in terms of Team Yankee, they have 3 online. The Viper's Pit is a great piece of utility to be able to use just to secure a round if you feel like it is a panic button. Similarly for Team Saber, though, that Viper's Pit, again, it's good on both sides. It's just so much more situational on the attack.
Well, Saber's already alerted to what might happen this round. Shipped away. Our drone is thrown. And the only difference again between these 2 teams is how do you time the Toxic Scream. But nobody's traded each other out yet in the first portion of these first 20 seconds. Maybe, actually, it could be Team Saber getting 3 free kills instead. Oh, that is impressive. And then the 2v4 again. Towards B, Spike has dropped this time. And Alec's flank has worked out wonderfully. Maybe this could be a real seed into what can Alec do in this position. Not if Cherry's got the spot. Not if Saber got 3 players to 1 and can pull the 1v2 out in the previous round. But Toxic Screen will not favor any sort of advantage. And Saber get 2 concurrent rounds there.
Yeah, so it is looking better for Team Saber. They are managing to find their feet now, Connie, and going into round 11, you kind of can see that they've woken up a bit, that the lights are finally on in their house. Yes, the kills aren't nearly as dominant as Team Yankeeor, but in terms of how they're spread, it's more even. Yankeeor, they're relying on Yankeeor and they're relying on Alec to basically flip rounds on their head for the team, or even just take the advantage and convert the round. And that's not necessarily what's happening nearly as much on Team Saber. It's more of a community joint base with their kill conversions.
Well, that is one way to use an ultimate. Purely Viper over here on the B site. Every single way the smoke out your position has favored. But Alec is really getting reward out of the Scream. Now, the chip damage here is key. Both players traded out. All players on full health. Yankeeor have popped an Empress early on, because they want to get a similar situation again where Yankee can just find his way through enemy lines and get kills collected. Gomi, though, and Cherry are making it more of a problem though. In this instance now again, they're playing static positions, jiggle peeking, playing disciplined, but will this dismissal actually work out in time? It maybe will. Yankee though is actually doing God's work, swinging around all the players, and Team Saber have actually lost the advantage. Chili in a 1v2 with an operator, Dan, doesn't really spell well for a post plant.
Connie, Yankee or shouldn't have been able to get away with that. They dismissed twice into 2 people and won both duels. Yeah, you have the increased fire rate on that Empress, but in no situation should you be losing those fights. Awkward positioning now from Chili, like you say, having to retake with the op, notes where Nerb is, but can't quite find Yankee, and with time running so incredibly low, swing comes through, notes that he is not on the spike, kill will be found, that's make it 8 for Team Yankee, bringing us into the last round of the half. And economy, as much as both teams are going to be able to buy into this, Connie, the ults heavily favor Team Yankee once again, and again, Alec has popped that tour de force already.
Those 3-1 ultimates, as Daniel said, will be the biggest favoring point here for Team Yankee. But the last round and a half doesn't really hold anyone back for weapons. Oh no. Now it comes down to what can Saber work with only a Thrash available. The remaining players are 4 orbs away. So we'd only really see ultimates from them if they were to find the necessary kills, and even then it'd be reset. Alec, straight away. Tour de force popped. No information given. Great discipline here from Team Saber just to swing out of harm's way. Because I realize, again, 2 conditions that are alerting them is Chili's operator and their ability to dodge the barrage utility from the start of the round. That's where Yankee already have been impressive. No command popped. Free kill for Saber. 5v4. Instantly, ultimates are popped across Yankee. And it's just to execute this site. That's the only reason why it could be that way. Alec, though's taking the wide angle. Easy to spot from Snow. Easy to spot up top. Needs to find a Viper to get rid of this toxic screen. Not if Gomi's played it well. This Thrash could land. It was shot down instead. And Yankee's collection of kills make it even more of an advantage for Alex to pick one up. Make it a 1v3. Not really a fun spot for Cherry to be in. The final map. The final round of this skirmish. And you're looking right now again at the first half here. Really leading the line here for Yankee. Putting themselves here in a wonderful spot. But albeit again, Saber have just got to play with one player and a rotation in which the Yankee are committed to miles before that fight took place.
Yeah, but Cherry was aware of the rotate. Unfortunately, isn't quite aware of Alec's aggression. Make it 9-3 on the half. We've seen these curses come before. We will see them happen again. And yeah, you can talk about kills and you can talk about how Team Saber weren't necessarily winning as many duels compared to Team Yankee and how that might have led to them losing so many more rounds. Because Connie, look at all 9 rounds that Team Yankee won. None of them were on the spike exploding. All of them were through killing their opponent first. Team Saber do have their work out for them, but they're looking as if, Connie, they're just going to be running it down A, doing the standard setup for Icebox. And if you are, you're going to be running into Yankee, who's 18-7 after 12 rounds.
An impressive start nonetheless, but it makes it a very impressive look nonetheless for Yankee. Who've already set up a great defensive position. Biggest change here again is that chamber is all the way up on B. Very different look to what we saw from Team Saber on this half. And again at home, if you're enjoying the production, massive shout out to everyone behind the camera. We've got Jacko and we've got Lou on the observers. We got Matt and Tex in the director's booth. And we can't even forget as well Jack on socials. It's been a very, very good start nonetheless to resuming the weekly skirmish. Benji though, swing in. Ooh, great TP away. Alec just about gets away with it. Down to 10 HP. Identifies again that B's starting to get populated with players. So now you have the play call for Team Yankee or Daniel. Do you rotate in time? Do you risk having a man advantage lost over on the B site?
I suppose that is the question, especially with that trademark now being jiggled with information has been given, and all of the side of Team Saber, they've just rotated over toward B. Cherry left to be the lone star in mid, trying to get as much done as they can. But Spike will be going down, even 5v5 in terms of numbers, but health definitely favors Team Saber.
And the Sheriff can do so much damage, especially when the spray pattern is broken. Now that Yankee have actually got players online here, Saber have got a very tall order here to establish themselves back. But hold on a second here. They won the trade straight away. It equalizes out into a 2v2. Yankee can't find anything because Benji gets 4 for the round and a pistol for Team Saber.
That's exactly what you need to be starting with on that second half. If you can get the first round, if you can use that to build your confidence, look at the economy of the buy-in from Team Saber, Connie. They're buying up pretty much all rifles, 3 Bulldogs, a Vandal against at most a Sheriff, and yeah, it's on Yankee with that Sheriff, so damage is most likely going to be occurring. It's just going to be whether or not Yankee is doing what he wants to do, which looks as if there's going to be a mid push from the side of Team Yankee.
And Yankee again are exposing themselves in spots where Saber can just capitalize. A freebie with the Bulldog almost given to them. But look at the way it's collapsed again. It's forced now Chile just to play tight in their own spawn because Cam can easily lurk and take control. Now you have to really just to play cool here. You got 4 players to your advantage here. Why not send them all on to way? Play the trades out if you must. Because Saber's having a field day and so Chile there. It makes it a very beautiful execution onto the site. And you can't play the chokes tight here if you are on Team Yankee, or you have to clear every single angle because there's more players. Not that Nerb can't find any issues though, as it equalizes down to a 4v2.
Yeah, that will be, Connie, that will be a gun picked up. As much as it is only the sniper, damage technically can be done, but it would have to be headshots. It would have to be clean one-taps. And when you're in a 1 versus 4 and the side of Team Saber, they know exactly where you are because they've played everywhere else on the map, it's not looking good. Saber will get the final kill of the round, having gotten the opener as well, and make it 5, make it closer. Although this is the test round, Yankee are now going to be able to have full rifles. And yeah, you do have rifles of your own if you are Team Saber to counteract this. It is going to be the conversation of the Bulldog versus the actual rifles, and if you can manage to hit the bursts or even just the clean 115 headshots or not really, because that's going to be the difference maker. And I think that's going to be what is going to have to be the whole point of this round.
Alec has swung here to the same tight angle, predicting already that Benji can be the only real impact for Team Saber. Eliminated straight away.
Strike down A.
4v3. Let's tie it up nice and beautifully for a bow tie finish. Yankee again are now starting to put players onto A. Saber have to commit forward. Toxic Screen is slowing them down, and it just makes it a very punishing position. Chip damage is only going to be utilized once the shots land, and nothing's really connected. Everyone's on full HP. Never mind, Nerve takes care of Chili. And you're swinging down again for a second Toxic Screen, but no, Saber's still held it. 1v3, our drone's released. Saber's playing in a rock and a hard place here. And both Toxic Screens are utilized only to call in any sort of pressure. But not if Novelty makes it even more of a punishing finish. 3 rounds away. Valorant points are going to be yours, Yankior.
Hey, don't say anything too soon, Connie. We've seen the stuff that you've been able to curse, okay? The game is by no means over. Team Saber do still have the ability to fight back into this, that being their bonus. They're now being able to finally buy up, and it's an almost even gun round. Rifles for both teams, ultimates are gradually starting to come online, and the first 2 rounds were a testament to Team Saber. They've woken up, they've shown that they've been able to outgun their opponents. It's just they need to shut down Yankee and they need to shut down Alec, because if they don't and those players are alive into the late round, then it's almost always the round going in favor of Team Yankee.
So far, nothing's been shut down just yet. Same utility, but more players either side this time. And Saber have got no real way of making it onto A unless Chile finds a crucial first blood. But Yankee are holding the discipline. They're not really pushing out from these very close chokeholds and the wall-to-wall cover that they've installed in previous rounds. Now it comes rotation. And Saber have already aggressed themselves so well on to be here, Daniel.
Yeah, they're just throwing ruses. They're throwing fakes. That recon will now give the information only being able to spot one, and exactly that. Novality and Yankee, they've realized what has happened, especially with all this noise that is happening over toward B. Saber just swings through a Viper molly and manages to get a pick. Yes, it gets traded easily 1-for-1. Numbers in favor now of the attackers once more. And it's just going to get even better for them. Make it a 3v2, make it a thrash online. And you have two players late lurking in through mid and through kitchen. That should almost be the round secured if played correctly.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Cherry's playing late in the lurk here while the thrash is called out. None of the shots really make a difference. Nerb hides behind cover. Opts to re-peek if the swings are there, but Yankee have played it beautifully. Cherry starts position here as well, though, to try and make a difference, but Yankee held the line, used the information well. Nerves were going to finish off that spike to try and get closer and secure the ultimate for that next round.
Why did I talk? Why did I have to say anything, Connie? I said at the start of the round, Yankee, or if he's alive late in the round, it's almost always going to be flipped in their favor, no matter the numbers. And then I jinxed Team Saber, and it's my fault. It's my fault. Damn.
It's okay, because one thing I've noticed as well from Yankee is that Cam started off 6-0, and since then has gone collectively 3-9. So if Yankee has taken position now again to fill the role of having the most impact, sure, let Cam just play utility well. But it's nice to see these teams have different insurance policies and different set executes if things weren't to go to plan. But never mind, if Yankee is going to flick like that, it makes it even more of a punishing system now that Saber can't quite seem to break down. Although Chili's taking care of that null command and an extra player as well. Yankee have to rely solely on the team captain in a spot now where their sight is out of their grasp. And that molly was well placed. All the health is gone. No chance to break it. And maybe it's just a nerve because Team Saber have actually climbed themselves up that mountain. They've got crossfires set up, and that's 6 to their 11. Still, though, 5-round deficit to be closed.
And a deficit that can be closed. It is going to be pretty hard to do so, but look at the ult economy. From the side of Team Yankee, they only have almost 2 online, being the Hunter's Fury, being the Tour de Force. Compare that to Team Saber. They have the Viper's Pit that can be used to secure a round or to take a site. They are 1 away from the lockdown. Again, a similar situation in terms of that ult being able to be used. They're 1 away from the Hunter's Fury, which can also, again, be used in post-plant to secure rounds. And they're 1 away from the Blade Storm, so even if they lose this round, Connie, they'll have weaponry going into the next.
Well, never mind about the execute. Saber completely housed their way onto the site. And they've lost a player in the process. Maybe now we're in a spot again where we see Yankee lose the control of the map and the power positions that have kept them so comfortably on this site. Because that kill makes it more of a mission to get them up to heaven, reclaim position. Chili can just spray from down low, maybe play around the Viper's Pit too. I mean, listen, this is an execute where Saber relied so much on Cam here just to trust in the utility spam. And now we have got no real vision of scope here on the spike. Only that you can rely on Saber here to 3 players keep it nice and clean. Our drone might spot a player in this position, but will it be enough to clear? Yankees flooded all the way around. 1 HP, of course, is what the pit does to you when it's not yours. And Yankee and Cam have found a way just to break through. And Novelty closes the round, despite shines and glimmers of hope from Team Saber. And it will be a picture-perfect finish. And now match point.
It's just unfair. It is just unfair. Yankee or Connie once again has pulled a round out of their backside. They've converted what was disadvantaged not only in numbers but in weaponry. They hero bought a rifle and it paid off for their team. They are fighting for this gift voucher and they are playing as best as they can. Connie, they're 27-12. They're 3 away from a 30 in a skirmish.
Maybe you're actually playing this very well if you are on Team Saber. And that's only from the angle of this set-off. Because this could be a very interesting look if they can dodge the utility. Yankeeor have just played this beautifully nonetheless. They haven't even needed all players committed to one side to hold off the swarm of Team Saber. 5 stacking and smashing A for the last 2 rounds. The flash as well was actually friendly fired. It buys more time for Saber now to start aggressing through. Close the screen again, and he separates a small bit of information. Nerd though gets the first blood this round. And Chili's playing only the careful positions that he can. Novelty again, buys a kill there, makes sure Yankee can get out of that detain. Alec there, the tour de force, makes it into a very punishing 4v1 with the team captain to close this one out. And that right there is going to be Yankeeor winning the monthly skirmish here in the Goose House, Daniel.
Yeah, like I said, it shows the pedigree of Yankeeor themselves. It shows why they were top 200. They were doing so random, strange plays, Connie, that in theory shouldn't work, but they were just disrespecting their opponent so much and so frequently, and they just couldn't figure out an answer.
No, that's pretty much the only situation that you'd find yourself in. And it was a pretty big gap from the start. I think it was like 7-1 in the first half. And unless you were going to drastically change your style, or if you were lucky enough to change composition midway through the point, then yeah, sure. I think that's completely fair. But any sort of closing thoughts, Daniel, before we kick it off and congratulate our players?
Yeah, like you say, just the players, Yankeeor, Alec, the 2 key players from me, from Team Yankeeor. It shows why they managed to get all the way into the finals. It shows why they've managed to win today. But also, just thanks to the Goose House for being able to put this on again, because it's a pillar within the community that has been ran in previous. Hopefully it returns a lot more frequently. It is going to be potentially monthly. And again, thanks to, like you mentioned, mid-game, to all the people behind the scenes.
Absolutely. And behind the scenes, again, we've got a wonderful production crew and admin crew and social media crew to thank. I mean, listeners, I mentioned before on mid-broadcast, we had Jacko and we had Lou on the Observing today. In the director's booth, again, was Tex, it was Matt, it was Jay, and we have Jack on socials as well. So thank you all so much for watching this one. And again, welcome back to the Goose House, everyone. We'll see you for the next skirmish. Peace and take care.
Again, yet I'm back for more because you know I can't abstain. I'm still